It's that time of the season again where the men are separated from the boys. It's that time of the season again where UEFA Champions League biggest club face off against each other. It is now or never. And this is why Manchester United, being the biggest club in English football history, are joining the party, even if they are not part of the UEFA Champions League talk for the round of 16. United will forever rule English football, whether they like it or not. I really don't know why, but we are doing UEFA Champions League preview. Some person decided that they are going to bring a United shirt to set. But guys, let's hold this one here, guys. UEFA Champions League action on Tuesday, Wednesday. We know it's going to be the round of 16. Some big games to look forward to. Chelsea, guys, it's a repeat of the finals of the Club World Cup.
Obviously.
Yeah. I want to apologize to the fans of Manchester. I want to meet Manchester.
But why are you
Manchester
calling Man United in
let
a
me
UEFA Champions
let me
League preview?
apologize.
They are not in the
Let me
Champions League.
apologize.
Why are you bringing up United
So
in the
Manchester
Champions
United
League?
fans,
Why are you the carry
I
the
am-
mental Champions
I
League?
am
where they
very
don't
very
inside?
sorry.
Like you said
you know there's something UEFA omitted. There was something omitted, and that's why I want to apologize.
What's
They drew Chelsea with PSG, drew Arsenal with Bayern Leverkusen, drew Atalanta with Bayern Munich, drew Bodo with Sporting, drew Real Madrid with Manchester City, and they forgot to announce Manchester United versus Enugu Rangers.
We are not interested.
Like you can like
This season we are not interested
they
in the
forgot
UEFA Champions League.
Enugu Rangers. You have an
Then I
opponent.
tell them,
You know,
The funny thing is that Manchester United at the beginning of the season said they were too jobless, and they rendered their pilot jobless. Like it doesn't have a job because of their laziness. So
these guys are spreading fake news.
They said they
on
would,
national television.
Manchester United said they would actually fix matches to actually
These guys
augment
are
their
spreading
lack of
fake
matches.
news on the internet. When you hear fake news on the internet, I can't believe some persons are sitting down here looking like gentlemen. However, they are spreading
for our
fake
fans
news
in
on
Turkey,
national
in
TV.
Germany, in France, in UK, in US, in case you don't know which club is Enugu Rangers, please do well to use your Google. And for this match with Chelsea versus PSG, we are preparing. Everybody in Chelsea is preparing, from our mates, guys, to our caterers, to our cleaners, to our stadium keepers, to our key makers. Come on, man, that's not your business. Wesley
Why
has
are
to
the
eat.
caterers at Chelsea preparing for UEFA Champions
Wesley has
League
to eat
night?
cake.
It's very
Yes,
important.
You guys now
everybody's
a bakery?
proactive.
Give them the job to
Everybody's
do.
proactive. So now in Manchester United, you can't say the same for them.
No, you
And
can't.
Bodo probably will be sleeping.
I don't know.
Kyunha would actually be surfing
do I
and
think you are
practicing
obsessed
dances.
about United?
Well,
Like,
Now
we-
I don't have a business.
we are going to pack the Prince. When last did your players have a flight to go play
We
a
are not
match?
talking about United here. We are talking about
Well,
the UEFA
yes,
Champions
that is what the
League.
PSG
Yes, is the UEFA Champions
Hold on,
League.
hold on,
No,
hold on.
Why did you
Hold
bring the jersey?
Hold
You
on.
brought the jersey from the
Hold
the
on.
couple
intro.
of weeks ago.
Why did you bring the jersey?
brought it?
Please.
You did.
Couple of
What
weeks.
evidence you have?
I've been keeping quiet as you
young
know
man.
one
Oh,
of
please,
Manchester.
please keep quiet.
We are talking about
Let him
Chelsea
talk.
and
Calm down,
PSG.
Calm down.
This is not Manchester United. Please leave Manchester
Let him
United
talk.
Calm
alone.
down.
Shoot.
Leave Manchester United
Yeah.
alone.
2 weeks ago, this young man
What
here,
happened 2 weeks ago?
stated that Manchester United are already in the Champions League, and that is why I had to bring them in to fix them in a place where they
When you
are.
say they are in the Champions League, it's
No,
for
no,
next season.
you know the
No, no.
It's for the 20th
Let's talk about the current situation.
Dion,
The current situation.
Dion,
You are the Champions League
Guys,
spot right
wait,
now.
We are going to focus on
I'm
the current
currently
situation.
there.
wait.
Let's focus on the game.
Oh yeah. And like he said,
if
like
we want to talk about United, it shows that
No.
United is a big fish.
hey.
Not being
Hey,
in the
big
Champions
club.
League, and
Hey,
everyone is
we are
still
trying
talking
to
about
let's-
United.
let's hit on the subject.
Adored, and
Let's-
never ignored.
Let's hit
We are
on the
fixing
subject.
them
Let's
in.
hit on the subject.
We
Let's
are
go
big.
straight to business. Now, in our intro, very lovely intro.
Very
Alan,
lovely.
thank you so much. It melted my heart when I heard you said this is the point where boys are separated from men. And please take that boy away from there. Bring that man. Raise that man up there. Yeah.
You really not
Sister straight in my heart.
These are the boys. Now, talking about this match with PSG, it's a very nice match. It's the one the whole world want to see, including Manchester United, including Michael Carrick. I'm sure Michael Carrick will be like, pop the TV, subscribe to watch this match, to watch Luis Enrique, a treble winner.
Can you just remove
Wait.
Carrick
You know
and
what?
Manchester
You know
United
what's funny?
and
Let me tell you
focus against PSG.
You're not even letting me land. You're not letting me land.
and you are bringing in the
motto-
name of Michael Carrick. Please, can you put a respect to that man's name?
What respect do you
At United, there is a motto called hated, adored, and never ignored. That is because United is the most hated club, and they are the most adored club, and they are never ignored. So whatever they want to say, let them go ahead. Guys, go ahead.
That's on your conscience. Now, this match is going to be taking place in Parc des Princes. I know some people can't relate to what it means playing an away UEFA Champions League in the year 2026.
And I actually won with my academy.
2026. So what are we expecting from this game? We have players like Joao Pedro who are in red hot form. We have players like Kopama who can actually decide the game. It was they decided on the last time out in the US. We have players like Enzo Fernandez. We have players like Moises Caicedo, Rhys James, and you can name the lot of them. But we don't want to see players like Badashile in the starting lineup. We don't want to see players like Uncle Tosin. Uncle Tosin, please come back to Lagos.
Please, Uncle, come back to
Lagos. We will lodge you. We will give you Nkwobi. We will give you Amala and Begiri. So we don't want to see you in that game. Well, this game we are expecting Chelsea to do something, and you know where we are. Why we are favored in this game is because we are playing our first leg away.
Who said you are favourite? Why you?
We are favored in this game. We are favored in this game. It's one step at a time. We are favored in this game. We are favored in this game. It's one step at a time. Now I've spoken about the players in PSG, Chelsea. Let's speak about the players in Paris Saint-Germain. We saw them lose this weekend against Monaco, with players like Desiree actually being fluctuating. Ousmane Dembele is still a doubt in playing this game. Players like Kvaratskhelia has lost a touch. They are a shadow of the players. He's a shadow of the player he used to be in Napoli. We are looking at their goalkeeper. We can't say he's so much good. He's so much better than Donnarumma. We can only see players that we see as a threat in this game. A player like Marquinhos that can actually stop some of our attacks. Players like Pacho who can actually do something. Players like Fabian Ruiz. I think he's still injured if I'm not mistaken. Players like Vitinha. Players like the other Portuguese midfielder. So it's actually going to be a nice match. And I actually want to see Chelsea do something different in the game. Liam Rossignol, like people are saying PSG is going to blow us away, but PSG is a team Liam Rossignol has faced previously, having coach Strasbourg, and he beats them twice last season. So he ended their unbeaten run in the league.
As it is right now, he clearly feels that Chelsea are the favorite. They also share the same sentiment, considering that PSG, between when you last played against them, was in America, a different time zone, a different competition,
different
weather. But when you look at the stats, in about 7 meetings against Chelsea in the last years, because this fixture have been, even though we haven't had it at recent in the UEFA Champions League, but in the last years, Chelsea have not beaten PSG.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? We've met 6 times. They won 3. We won 2, and we drew 1. Why are you saying?
The most recent head-to-head shows that Chelsea have not won. The only win came in the 3-0 win in the FIFA Club World Cup in the United States.
Winning the trophy, right?
On the 16th of March. Today is the 9th of March. In 2016, on the 9th of March, Paris Saint-Germain defeated Chelsea by 2-1. On the 15th or the 16th of February 2016, that was the last time they met in Europe in the Champions League. That's why I'm saying, dating back to the previous fixture. PSG won that same fixture as well by 2-1. In the preseason game in the United States, in the International Champions Cup back in 2015, Chelsea won 6-5 on penalty shootout. In 2015, when they met yet again in the UEFA Champions League, it was a 2-2 draw at Stamford Bridge and a 1-1 draw at the Parc des Princes. And Paris Saint-Germain progressed on the away goal rule. So you can see, based on the recent head-to-head, it shows that it's not in Chelsea's favor. So why do you think Chelsea this time are going to get the better of this PSG side?
The last time we met, PSG were really in form, right?
We stopped them from winning every trophy possible.
Right? Now they were in good form the last time we met. Now the PSG, this current PSG,
you're not the only one that win them in the club.
They were in good form.
You are not the only one that. You are not the one that defeated them in the club
final. In the finals, right? You bring in your best of best, right? You bring in your best of best because what you need at that moment is to lift that trophy, which they did. Bring in their best of best, but this
wonderful.
But do you hear what Luis Enrique said?
This first club to win it all.
Do you hear what Luis Enrique said?
Yeah.
Do you hear what he said?
What did he say?
He said, I've been praying that we meet in a competition that really matters.
They've met us
now. That means the Club World Cup doesn't matter.
They've met us now.
The Club World Cup doesn't matter.
We are now
the Champions League
doesn't matter. We saw
Mo
Salah say this the last time he wanted to face Real Madrid in the final. It's time for revenge and all that. How did it end?
let's not even go far.
He actually defeated. He has
How
actually
did it end?
defeated.
How did it end in that particular game? When
Let's
he said that?
Not in the final, but he has
Let's
defeated
not-
Real Madrid
Oh,
twice
cut
now.
me some
Let's
slack.
not even
He
go
has
far.
defeated
Let's,
Real Madrid
let's not
twice.
even go far. You're talking about let's come back to the Champions League. The last time this guy Lamine met Chelsea, that is Barcelona met Chelsea. What did he say?
Oh, spare me, Lamy.
No.
That's Lamine.
What did he say? And how
That's
did the game
Lamine.
end? Now coming back to PSG, the last time we met them, they were in very good form.
Hot red phone.
In a
But you
very
are not the
good
only one that
form.
won them.
I'm only telling you that in the finals, what you bring in is your best of best to just lift that trophy. And they did all they could and ended up scoring none in
Nothing.
that final.
Nothing.
Now, in this game, right, Chelsea are currently in a very cool form, having our players back.
And
in
an experienced
a
coach
ve-
that knows PSG to give them
What-
Wotu. Do you know what they call
what we want?
Wotu?
Why would you
Please,
call your
Pride of
Zene
London, can
an
you explain to
experienced
this to
coach?
the fans that don't
Please,
that
can you
don't, that
explain
don't
me
know
that?
Now,
what the meaning of Wotu
Is
is?
Liam Rosenio is really
in
an
case you don't
experienced
know.
An
coach?
experienced coach in beating
He's
PSG.
not.
Please, can you help us check the record
He's
Liam
not.
Rosenio has against
Huh?
PSG?
He's not.
He has made them. He has made them how many
you
times?
can
He
check
has
your
won
stats.
them, but he
How many
he's
times?
not
You
an
can
experienced
check
coach.
your stats.
That's
Oh,
a baby
God.
coach.
What I'm saying here now, right? is
Liam
this.
Rosenio is a baby coach.
What I'm saying
I
here,
said
right?
an experienced coach in beating PSG.
That's a Strasbourg.
So are
Now,
we,
what I'm
are
saying
we
here-
getting the Chelsea win on Wednesday?
It's a Chelsea win for sure. It's a Chelsea win.
You said something about Enrique and Liam Rosenio. Talk to us about these two men.
Luis Enrique and Rosenio, once it comes to experience in times of football,
Yeah. Clearly.
Luis Enrique is
Clearly
is why way far than Liam Rosenio. But in recent times, you know, there is a saying that Strasbourg is a good team. Even the current coach of Strasbourg hold PSG to a draw. So you can't because of he hold PSG to a draw. You can't say that he's an experienced coach. So spare me that Liam Rosenio beating PSG is an experienced coach, because even the current coach of Strasbourg can also do that. We've seen the likes of Monaco defeat the same PSG home and away this season. You can't call their coach an experienced coach. Or when it comes to a
What does
world-class
it
coach.
take to beat PSG?
Now, PSG, I've known that they are not in good form. They are not in good form in recent times. They have not been good. If you check from their past matches, even their round of 32 fixtures they played in the Champions League, they actually had a back and forth with Monaco, with Monaco having a red card home and away in that game. So I don't think this PSG can defeat this Chelsea side. So let's be realistic here, all right? This game, PSG against Chelsea, it will be a very tough one, because ever since Liam Rosenio took over Chelsea, he has only lost 3 games, and those 3 games come against Arsenal side. So going into this game, João Pedro is in good form. That's the best player currently in Chelsea, which you don't have to downplay him going into this game. He scored against PSG in the final of the Club World Cup, and he can also do it again in this round of 16 fixtures. With his form currently, he is likely to score in this game.
So what's your prediction for the game?
My prediction for this game, Chelsea to win this game.
MC, you're a Chelsea fan. Are you confident you guys gonna win? And what's your prediction?
3-1.
3-1 against
I didn't put scores.
Uh-huh.
I will not go with any score, but Chelsea to
3-1.
win the game.
Yeah, okay.
Chelsea to win the game.
Chelsea to Club World Cup again.
That's 3-0.
3-0.
Chelsea to Club
Fact.
World Cup. That's a new one, man.
The funniest part is
Chelsea
that
to
Chelsea
Club World
fans
Cup again.
they are full of pride.
Well, let's move
It
to
is
the
in
other
us.
games. We have Newcastle facing off against Barcelona. That was another big game at St. James Park. This is a game that Newcastle and Barcelona, they face off each other this season. Marcus Rashford has scored against them. Now they meet again, but this time it's not in the league phase. It's in knockout. This Champions League is more like a repeat of some of the games. that
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
had.
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I agree.
it is.
I agree.
Okay,
I
So
agree,
are
I
we
agree.
getting a Marcus Rashford goal again?
No, I don't think we are getting a Marcus Rashford. Maybe we are getting a Lamine this time. The goal against Athletic Bilbao on the weekend, that was like that's what you pay money for to watch in football. Not some people in England wearing red and doing some kind of stuff. So
Anyway,
this game, I'm expecting Barcelona to exploit Newcastle. We saw what Manchester City did to them in the weekend. They were not all strong, and I don't even know the problem Mamouche has with this Newcastle side. He had just 14 goals for Manchester City, and 7 of those goals has come against Newcastle. So I don't really know the problem he has with them. And I see without the presence of Bruno Guimaraes, which is one of the players that controls everything that happens in Newcastle when we're talking about the midfield, just like Bruno Guimaraes is to Newcastle what Pedri is to Barcelona. So without him, it will be hard for them to face off this Barcelona side.
They are clearly missing Bruno Guimaraes, which he has stated. But Who do you think can cause Barcelona more problems this time going into this fixture?
At this point, Barcelona are currently unstoppable.
Are they really unstoppable?
They are currently unstoppable. Currently, they are.
In the Champions League, they've struggled this season, so I won't say they're really unstoppable.
They've struggled, but with the form their players, it is two things, right? It is one thing to be good in the Champions League and another thing to be good in your own league. But in this game, I don't see Barcelona struggling in any way. Newcastle will be struggling left, right, center, and back because they don't have that quality players to face Barcelona.
But we have Anthony Gordon, who is actually one of the top
Some people
scorers.
will say that Sandro
don't think so.
Tonelli. Do you think Sandro Tonelli will walk into the Barcelona starting 11?
No.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
No.
Why no?
You don't think he'll walk into
He
the
will.
Barcelona?
With a red carpet.
He's not.
This
a red
will
carpet,
be
man.
this will
He's
be
not.
this will be a tough one to answer.
He's not.
It will be a tough one to
Why?
answer.
Why? Who is in the
like
midfield?
Femi Lopez there?
And he
It
does
will
We
be a
have
tough one to
Pedri.
answer.
But when
We
you
have
talk
Luke
about-
De Jong.
Mm.
So who's going to bench? And we have the like of Macasado, who has been out with
But
injury.
those guys are not at the level of Sandro Tonelli.
Come
They-
on.
they-
This is the same guy that
They
said.
might not be at the level of Sandro Tonali,
Yeah.
but when Sandro Tonali can go to that Barcelona team, it might not start.
Do you know what Sandro Tonali was doing in AC Milan when he was there?
Come on, that's AC Milan.
Even at Newcastle, he has
Okay,
Come on,
let's
I
bring
think when he was
He has done well at Newcastle.
let's
but
bring it down to
talking
the age.
about Barcelona,
Let's bring
I
it
don't
down to
feel
the age
he would.
category. Let's bring it down to the age category. What Pedri has played in this young age, he played more than Sandro Tonali.
I will agree with Pedri, but I am saying that will he, Sandro Tonelli, walk into the Barcelona
Of
midfield?
course, you have
Currently-
them like De Jong,
currently,
there,
this Barcelona team,
Starting
no,
off from
he
the
won't fit
bench,
into that
probably
plan.
starting off from the
He's
bench,
not.
but
So
not
you
from
guys
the
don't
starting
think
11.
you guys don't think Sandro Tonelli is better than
No.
Frankie de Jong?
No, he's
Oh
not
my-
better than
oh
Frankie
my-
De Jong.
Oh my God.
He's not.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
we don't want to dwell too much on that interview, but guys, let's drop your comment there. Want to see you, want to hear from you. Sandro Tonelli, does he walk into the Barcelona starting 11? Let's hear you. He's one of the best players for Newcastle, but the Barcelona midfield is also packed as well. So no disrespect to whoever is in that Barcelona midfield, but let's hear your prediction for this one. Barcelona, Lamine Yamal, you already said is firing. Are we seeing another Lamine Yamal goal? Are Newcastle getting the better of Barcelona?
In this game, I'm seeing 2 Lamine Yamal, 2-0 to.
I'm seeing 3-1 actually.
3-1.
I'm seeing Barcelona winning this game.
They are all
Same
saying,
thing,
I don't know where they all saw it from though, but it's going to be a big test at St. James Park. Opponents coming to the St. James Park will tell you that ground is one of the most fierce atmosphere, especially at night. Barcelona felt it even when they won
For
that
the
day.
Chelsea fans.
Even when they
Manchester
won.
the
United
Chelsea.
too failed.
Chelsea-
For Chelsea.
Barcelona might have
Manchester
won.
United, you
Barcelona
faced
might,
it too, brother.
Barcelona might have won the other day in the league phase, but they know how they won that game. It was a very difficult one.
With
Marcus
Anthony Gordon
Rashford-
admitting that Barcelona is the best team he's ever faced.
Marcus Rashford had to step up. So let's see how it goes. We have some other big fixture. It's going to be Paris Saint-Germain facing off against Chelsea. But another one of the talk of this round is Manchester City against Real Madrid. Real Madrid have struggled. I saw them at the weekend and they were nothing like Real Madrid, and they have injury concerns of their own. But
Now,
injury concerns of their own.
Now UEFA need to be conscious. We need to come out and ask. See, as you can see, I've removed my cap because UEFA needs to come and give us some credits, like some records of how they
Some
do
credible information, right?
Yeah, some records
Transparent.
of how they do their draws.
These draws keep popping up.
Yeah,
Bro,
since 2021/2022 season,
They are going to be
they have been repeating Manchester City versus Real
Real
Madrid.
Madrid.
So they need to come out and explain to us why did these fixtures keep repeating itself again and again
And
and
guess
again.
what? There was a time we were begging for this fixture. Now we are tired.
We are tired of it. We are actually tired. And these two teams now are not even on good form this season.
Yeah.
They are not
Why
in
weren't
good
you
Who's not in
asking?
good
Why
form?
weren't you asking this question
Who's not in
that
good form?
season? That period where Bayern was
Who's not in good form
always
currently?
lashing
The both
Arsenal
teams.
away from
Who's
the
not-
Champions
who?
League.
The both Real Madrid and Manchester City.
seems like you
Yeah.
didn't watch Manchester
They are
City.
currently
They are not in good form.
The weekend.
Well,
you
that's
didn't
it.
watch Mamush,
I
right?
think-
Manchester City
what
are
he's trying to
good.
say.
Manchester City are good in defeating Newcastle this season. I don't know how come, but we've seen their games against Leeds United, how it plays out. We see their game against Nottingham Forest, how it plays out. But it's just so surprising how they are able to defeat Newcastle 5 times this season. It's so surprising. Newcastle of all time, because even when Newcastle got Pep Guardiola's side have been doing well in recent seasons, Newcastle have been one of the most deadliest teams that have been giving him troubles all around. But this season is just so he's just beating this Newcastle side with ease.
Well, it's going to be a difficult game for Real Madrid. I saw them at the weekend and they completely look a shadow of themselves. They didn't look like a team that had ideas. And this City side are beginning to regain their form. The signing of McGay has been a masterstroke from Pep Guardiola. Remember the earlier this season they were leaking in goals, but the signing of McGay has helped shield that defense line. I also brought that stability in that defense line. Antoine Semenyo is another very good addition City have made. He has taken the burden of goal scoring off Erling Haaland, and he also chipping in with goals. Savino at the weekend scored against Newcastle. Marmoush as well. These are players that can hurt this Real Madrid side. But Madrid are missing key players. Rodrigo is out for the season. Kylian Mbappe will have to face a late fitness test. In midfield the other day, I saw some young stars. Thiago Peters is one player that I'm excited about. He played at the weekend against Celta Vigo. He gives me that Iniesta vibe, but we know at Real Madrid they don't do La Masia. So let's see whether he will be given a chance for him to stake a claim in that first team jersey when other people return. But what are our predictions for this one?
With players like Carreras also missing in the game, and players like Vinicius standing the chance of being suspended in the return leg if he actually ventures to get a yellow card, I don't see Real Madrid playing to their full momentum and capacity. And in that regard, I would like to see a game that favors Manchester City at this point, with players like Erling Haaland playing with freedom, with players like Bernardo Silva.
He's not actually going to play with freedom.
Erling Haaland is not going to play with
freedom. Since
freedom.
there's Rudiger.
Oh, come on. I don't want to go into that. We are going to actually see that. I actually think he will actually do so with freedom. And we see players like Bernardo Silva that caused them hurt. You remember that free kick he played against them the last time with Courtois not being ready? I see that kind of stuff repeating itself. So I actually think this game will actually go in favor of Manchester City. I don't think Real Madrid have that audacity, that firepower currently facing off Manchester City.
The player I'm saying to play with freedom in this game are the likes of Jeremy Doku and also Phil Foden. Haaland might not play with freedom because of the likes of Rudiger. We've seen in recent games how Rudiger follow him bomber to bomber all around. Anywhere you go, I follow. So going into this game, I'm just saying the likes of Doku returning. That was why I told you the last time that Pep Guardiola was so anxious of how Doku was being tackled. How he was so anxious of that. So I think going into this game, I'm seeing the destruction coming from Jeremy Doku and Phil Foden.
Yeah.
I will disagree with you to some extent, right? I don't see Jeremy playing with freedom. You get seeing a player in before you meet your
Arnold cannot mark him.
Before you meet your opponent,
Arnold cannot.
Before you meet your opponent as a coach, right? You will definitely tell your players where the strength of your opponent is, right? And your players should be mindful of such strength, how to like dilute this strength and make it look on an equivalent balance. If possible, let your own strength be higher than that your opponent, right? Doku has a very good tactical play. So you can't tell me that that position will be leaking. Even though Real Madrid are currently not in any good form, right? I don't think that position will be easy for him to maneuver, right? But I still see Man City doing a very good job in this game, trashing Real Madrid with a good margin of goal.
We've talked about Madrid, we've talked about Chelsea, we've talked Barcelona. Now let's talk about Arsenal. They face off against Bayern Leverkusen. Are we all in agreement that Arsenal are beating Bayern Leverkusen?
Yeah, I think we are.
Why are you calculating? Yes.
Yeah.
This is a team.
No. This is Champions League. You can't just jump on plainly and say something.
I don't
Bayern Leverkusen.
This Bayern Leverkusen side. I wish it was Ten Hag that was coaching them, so that Arsenal will help me and trash him very well. But earlier in the season, he was sacked, and now another coach will collect the beating. This Bayern Leverkusen side cannot stand this Arsenal side. They have faced off before. Don't forget the team of Xavi Alonso.
Arsenal have beaten the champions of Germany.
They are beating all the champions.
Yes. They've
So
beaten- they've
so
beaten
so so
Atleti.
they have faced off with this Bayer Leverkusen side of Xavi Alonso before, when we know that Bayer Leverkusen was really exceptional. Then
No, they weren't exceptional.
They
Then
were
that was
exceptional.
that was the season before they were exceptional.
no, they were exceptional. They was after winning the league. They faced off Arsenal in the Champions League. They faced off Arsenal in the Champions League last season. So they were exceptional. They were good. But this Arsenal side defeated them, I think, about 4 goals.
Yeah, I agree with
4
you.
goals.
I agree with
So
you. Arsenal will completely
you were
blow
still
them
facing
away.
with
I
this
agree.
Arsenal side that have been so good this season, both in set piece, both in open play.
Not open play.
They have been good. They have been good.
No,
In the Champions League, they have been good in open play. In the Champions League, because this type of set piece they play in the Premier League, they don't play it in the Champions League. You don't play that kind of set piece in the Champions League. Corner kicks, where you go, you choke the goalkeeper in the 16-yard box. You don't do that.
Yeah.
So-
I think Arsenal can do it, but it's not. Bayer Leverkusen are not a team to be written off just like that.
No,
There's a reason why they are in the round of
Exactly
16.
where I'm
yeah,
coming
there is
from.
a reason they are in the round of 16. But in this Arsenal side, I'm seeing Arsenal progressing to the quarterfinal.
Yeah. True.
All right, let's talk about the surprise package of this season's competition. They are there trying to push above their weight. They are called Bodo Glimt, the team from Norway, and they are facing off against Sporting CP. Do we see Bodo continue with their fairy tale run in this competition yet again?
I think Bodo is actually going to do an anonymous stuff to their name in a way. I want to put it that way. You know, they are from Norway, so it's like there is no way, but there is a team that can create a way.
You
understand? You understand?
So,
So I don't think Sporting CP with the likes, despite the likes of Luis Suarez actually bubbling and doing the stuffs there, but this Sporting CP side has also gone down the slope in their league. We've seen them draw against teams that should not be drawn against. We've seen them lose against teams that they should not lose against. And Bodo just in the weekend defeated Mold in winning their in winning a local game competition in the country. So I think the Bodo Glimts are ready they are ready for the game, and I see them seamlessly seeing off Sporting CP out of this competition.
For me, Bodo Glimt, in this game, if they are at their home ground, they might actually give Sporting CP a very tough fixtures, very tough game to play. But they have to score a lot of goals in their home, because you going to Sporting CP, going to Portugal, it will be a tough game. So for me, it will be a very tough game for both sides. But I'm seeing Sporting CP to progress to the next round.
Having seen what Bondo have played in recent time, I don't see CP as a threat to Bondo Glimt. Now this is it. In the weekend, Bondo did a very good job winning a game in the weekend, and I believe they will come in with a very good momentum with what they did in the weekend to up their game. Remember, these guys are not really playing much games this year.
games.
Yeah, they're not really playing more competitive games this year.
It was
But-
Cup at the weekend.
Yeah. So, but for me, right, I believe they will bring in that momentum they used
That
in the weekend
intensity.
to this Champions League, and they
Yeah.
will do a great, dirty job to get their win.
Okay. Looks like we are all in agreement that Bodo are going to continue with the favorite run, and the final game we'll be looking at will be the one between Atalanta and Bayern Munich. Vincent Company, Bayern Munich, I mean, they were one of the best team at one point in time in Europe this year, are blowing everyone away. But it was a game where they met off. Was it against Arsenal? They met off against Arsenal, and they completely their
They
break
lost
was
it, yeah,
halted.
3-1.
I remember they defeated Chelsea. So yes, I know you guys might not want me to talk
They
about
did.
that
No,
game.
we
Yeah,
we don't mind,
we're
we
going to
don't mind.
mention that game. But Michael Olise, Hurricane has been firing. He's more than 500 goals in career right now, and he looks like he's not stopping anytime soon. But are we seeing Bayern doing the double over Atlanta, or Atlanta, who last time out was another diamond opposition in Borussia Dortmund? They lost in Germany, but came to Bergamo and won. What is our take on this one?
Actually, seeing Bayern Munich, seeing of Atalanta, if what should be done is done. You understand? This is a Champions League.
And
I don't.
And what is that should be done?
Seeing off the game when they should. You should not. They should not sit back and think that this Atalanta, though this is the first time they are meeting on a competitive ground, they've never met before. So you can't really say I'm going to blow you a bit because I'm in good form. Despite Bayern Munich winning the weekend with Nicholas Jackson being on the score sheet and other players winning 4-1, I don't actually think that if they take this game with that nonchalant aloof attitude. I don't see them blowing Atalanta away, because Atalanta is a team of immense character and capacity. They are a team that believes they can do it even when the whole world have written them out. At the weekend, we saw them losing, the trailing 2-0 to nil in the weekend, and they came back in that game with Skamaka scoring 2 goals. So I think if Bayern are not mindful in this game, we can see an upset, because Atalanta has a belief that they have done this to a German giant. How can they not do it? They are like slayers of German giants. How wouldn't they be able to do that to Bayern Munich? But currently, if we're going to go with statistics, with manpower, with player force, and all of that, Bayern Munich are actually favorites to win this game. But also, Atalanta can cause an upset.
Definitely, this is the UEFA Champions League match week preview as we look forward to the round of 16 games. You had the takes of the guys, and we are expecting some brilliant performance as well as beautiful goals when the fixture kicks off later tomorrow. Definitely here we'll be giving you updates as it happens. Be sure that our watch along as well as our fan reaction will be up very, very soon. But I want to hear your take on our preview for this match week. Who are your likely winners? What are your predictions as well? So we'll be looking forward to them. But make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This is the Urban Dual Sport UEFA Champions League Round of 16 preview show. My name is Alan, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.